So, bit of part 2 driving. Wish my test day had come soon, but hey, it is what it is. So let's go. So we're turning left. Cars coming. Keeping good observations. It's a new road, so mirror checks. Indicators cancelled, nothing behind me as yet. Speed change, mirror checked. And we're in national. So, try and get up to speed. You can only drive to conditions. It's still quite a windy road, so we're not going to get to a good speed. We're sitting at about 43, 42. Looking in front, left-hand bend coming up. It's on long lines, so we've got a bit of a hazard, and there's a roundabout at the bottom of this road, so we're going to pick that out and go on a second exit. A little farm on us right, so keep us wits of ours. Nothing coming out of the farm opening. Roundabout coming up, we're going to go right, so right hand lane, indicate, still checking their mirrors, observations onto roundabout, nothing coming, good luck to right, carry on. Keeping good lane discipline, indicate off, good observations. New road again, always keeping their mirrors. Can't say how much your mirrors are important to you. It's the lifesavers at the end of the day. Although we're going straight on this roundabout, still indicate off. You're still going left, so indicate off. Mirror checks. Just turn the heating down a bit warm in here. Going right at this roundabout, mirror check. There's 2 lanes on this roundabout, left and a right. Indicate off. It's important to be smooth coming off your roundabouts. So as you're checking and you want to swap lanes, give it a good check. Make sure there's nothing inside you. Indicate to come off, and nice and smoothly change your lane, and it's nice and safe then. So traffic lights coming up and we're going to go straight over. Still checking in the mirrors. Cars behind you. You're in traffic, so be aware of what your surroundings are like. Weather's not bad today. Road conditions are pretty good, so making progress today is quite easy. Good mirror checks. Away you go. Just look into them junctions. You never know if somebody's missed that red light. Parked car on left, car coming towards me, so I'm just going to hold back a little bit. Right mirror check, pull out, left pull back in. Still checking behind me. So we got speed bumps, and obviously they're there for a reason. You slow down on them, but I've been looking today, and quite a few people are failing because they're going too slow over them. So all I can suggest for that is, if they're a single speed bump, line it up so you're going over them with your wheels at either side, so you don't have to slow down too much. Don't go under 20 mile an hour. Try and keep that pace going. If it's a speed bump what's fully across road, then obviously slow down a little bit more on them, but try and make progress, even though you're in a traffic calming area, and yet speed bumps are there to slow you down. Just try not to go too slow. People are starting to fail the test on it, and it's a bit harsh, or it sounds a bit harsh, but at the end of the day, it's the examiner, it's their decision, so you can't, yeah, well, I suppose you can argue with them, but I don't think it gets you anywhere. So looking good into this junction. Let's get out while we can. Railway crossing down here. Barriers are down, so be prepared to stop. Leaving plenty of room from car in front. Tyres and tarmac all the time. Get it in your head. Go to neutral. Pop your handbrake on. You don't know how long you're going to be here now. So there's train just coming past now. So what we're going to do now is select gear, handbrake off, and good observations, and on your way. Going to be quite a few roundabouts today, and I'm coming up to one now which I'm going to go straight over. We're coming past the bus station as well. Parked cars on us left, so good observations. Onto roundabout, indicate off, left mirror check, right mirror check, new road, mirror check again, cars parked everywhere, so just be careful there's nobody coming out. Open them doors, give them plenty of space. I love the conditions of our roads nowadays. It's like, find a smooth place if you can. Potholes everywhere. Don't do your car any good, but just try and pick your route. So roundabout coming up. I'm going to go right at this roundabout. Mirror checked. Indicate right. Good looking into it roundabout. Nothing on it. Let's get going. Indicate off. Doing some roadworks here, so you're going through these cones nice and steady. Don't want to hinder them workmen. Quite a big roundabout coming up next, and we'll go right at it again. So you see your lanes, you've got a straight on and a left and a right hand lane. We're going to pick the right hand lane, keep checking the mirrors. Busy roundabout, so no on it, we're going to still make progress. Straight on if you can, left mirror check, indicate off. Staying in right hand lane here because there's cars parked on left, even though I'm wanting to go left at next roundabout. Get past these cars first. Mirror check, left back in. So it's basically straight on at this roundabout. You go straight on and a right. We're going straight on. Slowing it down a bit, cars parked on left. Mirror check out. On gas. Need a little bit more gas, we're going up a good hill, so stay on it. But looking at that speed as well. Could have a speed change up here just coming past the school, so be aware it could come down to 20. now. Let's hope there's some good weather to follow it. Parked cars on left, right mirror check. Can't stress enough, use these mirrors. You can get lazy with your mirrors. It's just habit. Everything's repetitive. It's same as how you cut your sausage up on your breakfast. You cut it a certain way, you do everything repetitive. Get into that habit of using your mirrors. You know, you can't use them enough. Signs on my left saying there could be elderly people crossing here, so I'd say there were a crossing coming up, going into a 20 zone. Off the gas, going up an incline, so it's going to slow itself down, and there you go, 20 mile an hour straight through. And try and hold that speed. It's important. When it says 20, it says 20. When it says 30, it's 30. When it's national, don't always get to them speeds, you know, but it's nice to get up there. Big speed, I'm going across the road. See, I slowed down there on that one. Roundabout, it's a big roundabout. And it's sort of like straight on, there's no exits, you're just going straight across roundabout, but obviously you've got to go around it. And still indicating off to your left, because you could be going all the way around, couldn't you? So, indicate off to the left. These massive speed bumps again, straight way across the road, slow it down. Can't stress enough with these speed bumps. I don't know whether, you know, it's just down to an examiner. You know, I've always been one to slow down on them, and you know, but now they're wanting you to keep your speed up a little bit. This guy thinks he's Sterling Moss just gone past me. We're still in a 20 zone, and he's just gone straight past doing about 45. Didn't slow down on speed bump at all. Like his wheels were going to come off. Onto roundabout again, straight across. It's another one of them. So you're all the way just about round. So you're going to indicate left mirror check. Off your roundabout. Straight in the mirrors again, and straight on another speed bump. Full way across the road as well. School, so just be aware. Could be children. I know it's not time to go into school. It's like nearly 12 o'clock, so it could be dinner time. Kids might want to go to Chippy, get the dinner, sell the dinner tickets. Not that I used to do that at all, obviously. I did really. So we'll go left of this roundabout. Mirror check. Okay. All clear. Taking us next right, check the mirrors, car coming towards me, slow it down. Young lady trying to cross road there, she wasn't on the road, so I didn't give her right away. If she'd have been on the road, then I would have stopped and give her right away. Got some speed bumps here, they're only small ones, so I'm keeping the speed up. I'm not going under 20 mile an hour. And if you just guide your car over them, wheels at either side, you really no need to slow down. But, like I say, they are there for a reason, to slow down, so sometimes you just got to have your own judgment. Do you slow down? We're actually in a 20 zone still, so you're not going to be at a speed where it's going to really affect you. I'm going to go right here. When you're turning into these new roads, give them mirrors a good check again. See if there's anything coming behind you. Make sure your indicators are cancelled. Speed bumps everywhere down here. So yeah, just keep a good check in the mirrors. Every time you you go onto a new road, see what's following you. See if anything's behind you. Show them your intent of what you're going to do if there is. You know, cars parked on your left. Check out. So on this one, I'm just approaching a car on my left. Nothing behind me. I'm going to stop at the side of the car and I'm going to parallel park using my reference points. Good mirror checks, blind spots, all clear. Let's go. Still checking them blind spots. I'm using LD system to park and it's really good, and I just parked there, absolutely perfect. Plenty of room in front of me, so when I set off I can just pull straight back out. Obviously do your observations, but that parallel park there using LD system, using your reference points on your mirrors to mirrors, then basically it's a full turn to your left, because your car's going to come into left. Get your front end to roughly 2 o'clock. Once you get to 2 o'clock, you're in that position. If you've left yourself enough room from the car what's parked, roughly a metre, yep, do your full turn to the left. Get to 2 o'clock, so you're over there, 2 o'clock, then 2 full turns to your right, and your car naturally brings itself to the curb edge, and you're roughly 6 inches away from curb edge, so it works out perfect. I'd advise everybody to use that system. It's fantastic. It works for me, and I think it works for everybody. Just something to bear in mind if you are parallel parking and struggling. Use your reference points, and you know you can't go far wrong. So let's move on. Check in. All good. Nothing coming, so there's no need to indicate. Starting to rain a little bit, so we'll go left indicator. Looking into road. As you're pulling out onto that new road, look straight up that road. It brings you out lovely. If you look where you're going or where you're wanting to be, it's easier to pull out or get to any position you want to be in. So I just come out of there, looked all the way up the road, and then you've no chance of clipping curb, no chance of going over them white lines. You're going to be nicely in your lane. You're not going to be a hazard to anybody. Left turn again. All clear. It's a giveaway, so we're out. Right mirror check. A couple of cars parked on left. As you'd expect, you're near a school, you're near houses. You know, so you just don't know if there's anybody in them cars, so give them a good wide berth, a good meter, make sure they can open them doors without you taking the legs off. Roadworks on your left, mirror checks. It's a bit blind here, so you're going to be careful. Looks like they're digging one of them speed bumps up, yay. Mirror check back in, going left again, mirror check. And always good to position yourself. You're going left, so you want to be facing left, not straight on. Same again, look straight out up that road, no problem. Pop them wipers on a little bit, it started to rain. Speed bumps again. A bit of an itchy nose. This is only my second video, by the way. I did one earlier last month, and I'm a bit nervous. I find talking to myself a little bit weird, but it's all good training for me. I I'm wanting to get to a good standard so that when I take my part 3 test, I'm not going to struggle as much. And planning lessons and working to my students' abilities, I feel you need to give them the best lesson they're gonna ever have. So I want to be prepared for that. I've got a fantastic instructor. I'm mentioning no names, but he is absolutely fantastic. I'm learning a lot from him, and I've got a good friend who's a driving instructor as well. So I'm getting best of both worlds really. And I'm also doing my niece on a weekend, not doing her, but I'm taking her out on a driving lesson. That sounded a bit crude, didn't it? Sorry about that, people. So anyway, roundabout, we're going straight over, and it's clear. I'm going to indicate off. And a learner there, just going on it. So we're a bit hesitant at that junction then, but hey, we've all been there. But I feel it's all about making progress and taking on board everything you can. Them observations, still can't stress enough. Observations, mirrors, they're a big part of driving. You need to know what's around you, your surroundings, people. Look into these junctions, on a busy little road. All your junctions, don't be afraid to look into them. You never know, do you? Just be safe, keep yourself safe at all times. So, just coming up to a crossroads and it's unmarked. So, you're coming up to an unmarked crossroads, nobody's got right of way. So, you want to look into this, slow down, mirrors, all the time, mirrors, slow down, look into them junctions before you go straight across. As I say, no one's got right of way at an unmarked, so make your own way, but safety in mind. Temporary traffic lights. Ties and power knock again. Keep a good distance between car in front. Just be wary of cars behind you as well. There's a van behind me, and well, you wouldn't believe how close it is. So we're going. Quick mirror checks. I'm gonna go left at top. So mirrors, signal. Looking into that junction. Temporary lights. You never know if one set's not working. So good checks. And away you go. New road again. Mirrors. Just coming up to a pretty bad junction on my right. It's on a bend, and people, they do risk it, just try and get out with not a lot of notice. So just be aware of junctions like that. We're in a 30 zone, and we're smack on 30. Bit of a nicer road. It's going to open up into a national just up here. I do know road where I'm on, so I can anticipate that. But if you want on a road like this and you didn't know where you was, just drive with your eyes on main beam. I love that saying. Drive with your eyes on main beam, look down that road so you can see as far down that road as possible, and then you can anticipate what's coming, what your speed changes are, junctions, you can see into junctions, bus stops, parked cars, you can see everything. Just drive with your eyes on main beam. It's fantastic. If you find that you've got a student and the chin's dropping a little bit, you know they're not on main beam. And as a friend of mine pointed out to me as well, another way to tell is the steering will be a bit raggedy as well. So speed change there, mirrors, and away we go. So yeah, there's a few different pointers. I love the fact that I've got good help around me. It's great knowing that if I need to ask a question I'm unsure about, I've got people on tap. You know, with the school I'm with LDC, and if there's anything I'm not sure about, I just phone them, you know, or phone my instructor, or phone my good friend. They've all been doing it years, so I'm not stuck really. I get the best from the best, really. So I'm very lucky. So looking in front, what can we see? Bridge coming up. It's a lower bridge, so you never know, there could be a wagon coming, it could be struggling. We have had many lorries hit this bridge up here. We're still in National, but it's slowed down a lot. We're in a National and we're doing 40. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. Vehicles in front. The leading vehicle is actually a learner vehicle, so because they're learning, give them a bit of respect. They might be a bit nervous, a bit hesitant. You never know what's going. You don't know what stage they're at. They seem to be doing all right, to be fair, but you just don't know what stage they're at. So try not to curse and swear at these learners, because we've all been there. So speed change, mirrors coming down. I've been off at gas a while. I'm coming through it at 30 mile an hour. Perfect. Just mirrors. Junction coming up. It's just got sunny. Turn them wipers off. It's stopped raining now. Just looking into them junctions. Car slowed down. He's turning, so mirrors slow down. See what's behind us. Mercedes behind me. He was coming a bit rapid. I think he was still in National. Away we go. So next junction I'm coming to, it's on my right, and I'm going to take it. So I'm going to mirrors right, signal. And this junction's taking me onto the A1, so I'm going to go onto the A1, so turn right, and then I'm going up a slip road. Just mirror check, see what's behind me. There's a bus in front, so he's going to turn off. Bus has turned, mirrors, off we go. So I'm going up onto the slip road for A1. It's only a short burst on A1, just one junction. So looking to the right, mirrors, signalling on, quick blind spot, nice and smooth, up to speed. Excuse me, roundabout coming up, and I'm going to come back on myself. You can either turn left, straight on, or straight round roundabout back to the junction I've just come off. And that's what I'm going to do. Mirrors are slowing it down. Clear. Right all the way round. Keeping good lane. Left mirror. Back into left-hand lane. Cancel the signal. Up to speed. I'm checking my right mirror, blind spot, and I'm going to overtake this lorry. Did I say I'm going to overtake this lorry? It's a lorry. Who's Larry? Left mirror back in, indicate. Always get back into your left-hand lane first chance you can. When you get onto A1 and you're a national, try and get up there. Show your examiners that you can get up to that speed. I'm doing it safely. Still checking their mirrors. Don't neglect your mirrors. I've got a feeling that coming off here anyway, to left, so left mirror. My students, when I'm qualified, they're going to have nightmares about mirrors. All they're going to hear is, mirrors, mirrors, use your mirrors. But that's not a bad thing, is it? Don't know whether it wants to rain or not. Going right at this junction. Mirrors, right. Keeping them mirrors. Busy road this. I'm lucky it's clear, so I'm going straight out. Cancel my indicator into the mirrors. Van behind me, so give him a bit of respect. Speed change gone up to a 40, so we're going to be getting to that. Also, there's some traffic lights in front of us. Been on green a while, so I just anticipate they could change any point. Always be prepared, slow down or stop. We're through them, not a problem. On again. It just doesn't know what to do today. Is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? We just don't know, do we? So we're in a 40 at the moment. We're coming up into a built-up area. We know it's going to change to 30 on your mirrors. Just come off your gas a little bit, and there we go, through on 30. I find your speed changes, if you are reading the road, you're looking well in front, so you're coming down a speed, and as soon as you see that speed change, you just come off your gas. You're probably going to get to that speed change point where you're not going to need any assistance from your brakes, and if you can do that, that's great. You're just going to go through at right speed. So left mirror check, left signal, and I'm going left. So yeah, it's a good tip. Just come off your gas as soon as you see them, and you have a good chance you're going to not need to assist your brakes. I always do just dab my brake as I'm just going through it, just to let the vehicles behind you know that you have changed speed. You know, if they're looking, they'll see you on your brake. You don't have to be on it long, just a little dab of your brake, and it just shows them your intent. You have slowed down. Speed bumps again. Notice I'm not really slowing down. 25 mile an hour in a 30 zone. And speed bumps, and I'm getting over them okay. I'm just centering myself to these speed bumps and getting over them. There is a big one coming up. It's straight across road, so at this point, checking your mirror as you're slowing down, and then you can hit this speed bump without tearing bottom off your car. And there you go. Back on gas. Got back to your small speed bumps. You can hardly feel them if you position yourself right. A mate of mine told me, and it were great. You know, when you're coming up to your speed bumps, these small ones, if you struggle getting your wheels either side of them, just put your hands at the 10 to 2 position, raise your thumbs a little bit, use them as sights, and I find it works. Little quirky little things like that. Left at roundabout, mirror checks, busy little roundabout, nothing on it, straight round, and then an immediate right, so straight in your mirrors, nothing behind you. Pedestrians there, they waited, thank you very much. Right mirror check, parked car, up to speed, left mirror check, back in. So, big roundabout, it's got 5 exits. I'm going to go second exit. So you're in good position. I'm not indicating onto it, but I am going to indicate at this point to come off it. Kind of straight on, but not straight on. There's an LDC learner, Laura. She's doing well. Bless her. I hope I get to that standard at some point. I can't stress enough how good LDC have been. The help you get from them. The cost is expensive. Don't think it's not expensive, but the value of their experience that they've got is priceless. I thought I were a good driver until I started doing what I'm doing now, and I found out that I were an average driver, really. So at this one, I'm going to go 4th exit. Mirror check. There's no real lanes on these roundabouts here, so just keep good position. And then when you can get to a point where you're coming off, sort of position yourself slightly to the left, and then you come off nice and smooth. Feels good when you get to that point where you're coming around your roundabouts and you're not like, how can I put it, you're not snatching your lanes, you're not sort of veering off sharpish, you're coming off nice and smooth, and it is a better drive. I used to be a taxi driver and I've always been a smooth driver, you know, my gear changes have always been good. And that's how I got taught. I got taught years and years ago by a lady called Linda Stevens, and she was absolutely fantastic. She was my next door neighbour actually, and she taught me how to change gear really nice and smooth, and it's always stuck with me. So a lot of my customers, they used to commend me on my smooth driving. Roundabout coming up, I'm going to take my first exit off, left mirror check, indicate, checking to right, nothing on, straight onto roundabout, and basically straight off. You're coming back on yourself nice and smoothly. Mirror checks, it's a new road, cancel that indicator, and away you go. Cars on your left and they're in bays, so you've got to be careful that they don't reverse out on you. Just keep a visual on them and make sure you're giving them plenty of room. Going left, guy there just done an illegal U-turn. It does happen, just bear that in mind. Got squashed. Right turn. Okay, yes. See, looking into them roads, you're turning onto a road, look into that road, look up that road, gets you on it in a nice position. Cars on left on Browvan Hill, quite hard to see around, but good visuals, and just a left to pull back in again. Parked cars on right coming up here, so although we've got right away, just be careful, because other people can argue with you and say, I were around that car first. Just give them a bit of respect. If you think they're not going to stop, obviously slow down and stop if you need to. Just got to stay patient, keep you cool, and play fair. Roundabout coming up. This is a dodgy roundabout. It's offset. I'm going left. Indicate left. Got to be careful for vehicles coming from right. There's not one vehicle goes over this roundabout for some reason. It is offset, and it's a nasty one. So just be careful, especially if you're coming down it and you go into the offset part. I just come on easy bit. But if you're coming down the hill from my right, it's offset, so you still got to indicate to your right, and basically it looks like you're going into a different junction, so people on your left could think you are doing that. So it's important, indicate right, show them where you're going. And like I say, the amount of people who just don't use that roundabout correctly, they go straight over it. It's just, they're basically going wrong way round a roundabout, which is very naughty. So coming up to a junction, and I'm going to go left. Cars in front of me, busy road again, so have your wits about you, look into this. And same again, I'm going to go left. It's a tight junction, so I'm going to position myself well to the left, looking into it. I'm clear to go. Look up that road, and you're in it lovely. In your mirrors, new road, and away you go. I did my first video, and like I say, I was a bit nervous. I feel a bit better in myself at the moment. I've progressed quite a bit, and I did my first one. I pressed record, and I didn't realise my Spotify were on. So my first video, it had background music on it. Wasn't really appropriate, but I do apologise about that. This one, I'm hoping there's no music on it. Coming up to some zebra crossings, they're just going on to red. Mirror check, you're slowing down. They might change to green before I get there, but no, they haven't. They're still on red, so I'm stopping. Now they're gone, but there's a lady and the children in a wheelchair and a pushchair. They're going across while it's still on green, so I'm giving them right away. Mirror checks, they're over. She did wave and say sorry, but hey, she were on it, so give them right away. Well, I've got a week off work this week, and I'm making most of my training. I'm going to do as much as I can. The waiting list for part 2s are absolutely crazy at the moment. I've been waiting probably 6 or 7 weeks now, and I'm probably looking at maybe same again. I feel like I'm ready, and I'm hoping I'm ready. But what I'm doing now is I'm sort of training myself for my part 2, but I'm getting ready for that part 3 as well, the teaching side. Like I say, I've been teaching my niece for the past few weeks, and she's actually going with a driving instructor as well, so she's getting a lesson from me and a lesson from her instructor. And I don't want to put her wrong on anything, because her instructor's really good, and it's going to reflect on me if I tell her something wrong. So I'm studying hard, and I'm trying to tell her everything right, and apparently I'm doing that. instructor had no problems with her yesterday, and he actually thinks she's ready for a test. So that's thumbs up. Zebra crossing coming up. Same again. Keeping my eyes on main beam. You can see what's happening. No one on it. No reason to slow down. We're away. Bus stops on his left, bus stops on his right, buses coming down, traffic. And another LDC vehicle. Samantha. A lot of lady instructors now, isn't there? I think that's a good thing. And when I qualify, I'm going to be teaching auto. I think there's a big demand for autos at the moment. It's a way to go. So keep following me, and if I can assist in any way when I'm qualified, I will take you on. I like to try and make my lessons enjoyable and keep my students comfortable. I don't think there's any point in like making anyone feel uncomfortable, and it just makes them nervous. Try and make it as laid back and enjoyable as possible, and also give your student value for money. I'm not one I don't want to be stopping in a petrol station. I know they need to learn how to fill up, but if you're teaching them properly, they're going to be able to drive, they're going to be able to park, they're going to be able to start and stop, and so filling up's not going to be a problem at the end of the day. I'm hoping that all my students can pull up anywhere with confidence, especially at McDonald's. You never know when I need a McDonald's, you know. But seriously, give your students value for money. They're paying you at the end of the day, and it's not cheap. Driving lessons are very expensive now, so give your students your all, and give them value for money. Don't be, if you take a 2-hour lesson, you don't want to be parked up for 45 minutes. I know you've got to stop, put so many stops in, give them debriefs, but be quick with them. Ask them questions, get them to ask you questions that they want to ask you, answer them, and off you go. Get driving again. When them wheels are turning, they're learning. So that's my ethic anyway. I hope people agree with me. Some people won't agree with me, obviously, but yeah, give them value, and give them a good lesson. Most important, good advertising is word of mouth. So if you give someone a crap lesson, they're going to tell you about it, they're going to tell other people about it, and it's your reputation at the end of the day. So you don't want a bad reputation. So I'm going to go left at this next junction. Mirrors, signals, final checks. Same again, it's a new road, mirror checks as you go onto new road. Indicators cancelled, nothing's come behind me, there's nothing followed me. So I'm all good. Same again, couple of speed bumps on this corner. So slow it down a bit, but try and keep it up there. I've gone over them speed bumps at 22 miles an hour and I can't feel them. So that's what you want to be looking at. Don't drop under 20 miles an hour if you can, obviously, unless you're in a 20 zone. And then keep to rules. Been a bit longer video than my last one, this considerably longer, and I hope I haven't been too boring. Try not to be boring, but so I'm going right at this one. Speed change on it, but it's irrelevant to us because we're going to go right, and it's a different speed on this road what we just come onto. So if we'd have stayed on it, it'd have been a national. and the road that we've come on is actually a 50. So it's safe to do so. Get your foot down a little bit on gas, get up to that speed. Some traffic lights in front of us on a bridge. We've just gone onto green, but I'm not saying they're going to stay on green. Because there you go, they just changed to red. So I'm approaching them, mirrors, I'm slowing down. They might change again, they're pretty quick these. But no, they're on red. There's a van coming through, so there we go, we stopped at these lights. Always anticipate your traffic lights. If they've been on green a while, you know they're going to change to red at some point. So just be aware that they could change as you're approaching up to them. So be prepared to slow or stop. I'm on green, let's go. And as quick as you can, get up to speed, make good progress. Don't let your examiner see that you can't get up to that speed. If you can't get up to that speed, you're not ready, are you? Looking ahead, junctions to my left and to my right. So just look at them. There's nothing approaching them junctions. You can see into them, so if there's something approaching that junction, just be aware that they can pull out. If they've not seen you, they've not done their observations like you're doing yours, they could pull out on you, which we don't want that. Same again, I can't stress enough, use them mirrors. Use your mirrors, good lane discipline, don't be drifting over white line and keep out at gutters. You know what happens if you're in gutter. Hunches, potholes, grates, it's not good for your car. Left hand bend coming up, we've got slow on corner, we're going to slow it down now. It's nice and smooth at that corner, so you come off gas just as you're going that corner, exiting, back on gas. Just mirror checks again. Like I say, mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. Get it in your head, mirrors, mirrors. Roundabout, I'm going to go second exit. So I'm looking into the roundabout, there's a car on my right, it's approaching roundabout, I'm going to let that pass. It's gone, I'm going to go. Left mirror check, indicate, off the roundabout nice and smoothly. Speed change in your mirrors, on the gas. So you've got a national here, and you know you're not going to go that fast. It's windy, it's narrow, but stay up there, you know, get to a comfortable speed. Not too fast, you're in your bends, keep on them mirrors still. And because of the kind of road it's on, it's pretty rural. There could be anything run out in front of you, pheasants, rabbits, dogs, sheep, cats, cows, whatever, you know. Anything could run out. You just got to keep looking, eyes on main beam, and at a nice comfortable speed, what suits. Make sure you're not holding any traffic up, but stay safe. At the end of the day, safety is more important than speed. Coming up to some traffic lights, and I'm going to go left. There's a little cycle lane coming up, so make sure you don't go in the cycle lane. Stay out with them. Slowing it down, using your mirrors. Indicate. I indicated late there because there were a junction on sort of on top of a junction. I didn't want anybody to think that I was going into that first junction, so I waited still I was just on it and then indicated left. Mirrors check. Just look into that junction, look into the road where you're going, and away you go. New road, check your mirrors, indicators are off. Car followed me round there, so I don't want to be slowing him down, so up to speed straight away. nice and smooth. Car just pulling out in front of me from a junction. Like we said earlier, the junctions, they're not looking, so you've got to look for them sometimes. There's a bill plant. Don't know anything about bill plant really, but you see plenty of the cars about doing a good job. So as I'm looking up the road now, I can see that I've got a school coming up. I'm going to anticipate that this school is 20 mile an hour zone, and as I'm approaching, I'm off the gas now, and it is a 20 mile an hour zone, so that's where I'm at. I'm at 20 mile an hour, and I'm not going to break that speed for anything. So stick at it. It's sometimes hard to stay at a certain speed, especially when you're going slow. You know your vehicle's capable of a lot more speed, but just stay off your gas a little bit, let it coast. You know, a lot of the time you coasting's frowned upon, but you don't want to be on your gas and be over that speed limit. So there is a time to coast and a time not to coast. Or even use your gears. Come down a gear. Like I say, I'm in auto at the moment, so it's doing it for me. So I'm sort of coasting at that point. If you're in a manual, come down your gears to suit. Just passing a fun fair here, so there's a few people about. Don't be tempted to pull up and go on waltzers, just carry on. And I'm going to be turning right at this next junction. Good mirrors. Just split off into a right hand lane. Busy junction, cars coming towards me, let these go. I'm going to stop. Quite a busy road this. All clear, let's go. So again, it's a new road, mirror checks. Land Rover followed me round here, so obviously he's going the same way. I'm going to come up here and turn left. And I can see a gentleman with a wheelchair getting out of his car there. I'm going to give him plenty of room. Indicate left. Check into that junction. And then next left. Good mirrors. And I'm going to pull up on my left. And I'm going to reverse back. So what do we do? Observations, left mirror, right mirror. Blind spots. And reverse back. Roughly 2 car lengths. And then stop. Nicely parked. Into neutral and brake, and that's that. So thanks for watching today. Any comments or feedback, good or bad, be much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and can't wait to hear from you. Cheers.